This year, the U.S. Department of Agriculture issued new guidance for the foods schools put on your child's lunch tray. And now schools are busy making changes to school lunches, affecting more than 32 million children every day. This is very important since American children get between 30% and 50% of their daily calories in the school cafeteria. But for many of us, what actually goes on the tray is still a mystery. Here to decipher the new school meal guidelines, joining us from New York City, child nutrition expert and author, Dr. Keith Ayub. Welcome, Dr. Ayub.
Thanks, Erica. Nice to be here.
Very important topic for parents all around the country. What are some of the biggest changes to new school lunch menus?
Erica, there's some sweeping changes that are going to happen starting July, and they're going to affect about 32 million children in this country. So this is big. And there are four big changes that we're going to, notice on school trays. And the first one is going to be colors. You're going to be seeing a lot more color there. And it used to be a matter of just a fruit or a vegetable. Now it's both. You're going to see fruit and vegetables, a lot more attention paid to the number of reds and greens and oranges on the plate. And you're also going to see a lot more attention paid to whole grains. We want kids to eat more whole grains, and it used to be a suggestion or encouraged. Now it's going to be required. But in order to make it more attractive to kids, you'll see things like whole wheat pretzels and things that are a little bit more appealing to kids. And your choice is also going to be a big issue, and that's why there's a choice given among the types of milks that kids are going to be able to have. They're going to be able to choose between white milk, or rather white milk that's low fat or fat free, and also fat-free chocolate milk. And I'm glad that the Child Nutrition Act, preserve that, because it's really important. When kids don't get the kind of milk they want, they don't drink as much. That's a big issue for me, because milk's one of the most important beverages kids can have. It's particularly important because it has 3 of the 4 what we call nutrients of concern. That's calcium, potassium, and vitamin D that most kids, and frankly most adults, aren't getting anywhere near enough of. And, we want kids to have that choice there. So portions are also going to be an issue, and that means we want kids to get enough of what they need, but not too much. So it doesn't make any sense to be feeding younger children the same amount that you'd be feeding a high school child.
I like that the kids actually have some choices, and it looks like both of the choices are healthy ones.
They really are, and so I would like that this to be reflective of what kids are getting at home. I deal a lot with parents who tell me about what their kids are eating at home, and that needs to be changing too. That's more of a parent issue. It's not something that's just going to be solved. Childhood obesity can't be solved in the school classroom. It's got to be solved at home too. That's where they do most of their eating.
Now, what other tips can you offer parents just to ensure their children have a nutritious lunch every day?
Well, first of all, I should say there's a great website to help parents out here. It's called milkatschools.com, but it's more than just milk. It's also about, school nutrition as well. If you're packing a healthy lunch, always start with what's already working that's good. Most kids have their favorite fruits and vegetables. Make sure those are included a lot more. They can still get their milk at school, so you don't have to pack that. And then also get your kids involved and say, listen, among these healthy choices, which would you find the best? Which ones would you like most? It's an interesting research study that showed that when you give kids, you offer them carrots and celery, they'll actually eat more of the carrots than if you just gave them carrots by themselves. So the idea of having choices and giving kids a little bit of limited control actually works. Same thing with flavored milk. When you take the flavored milk out, the milk consumption drops considerably. So those choices are okay. And even the American Academy of Pediatrics has really warned parents against having overly restrictive diets and eating patterns. So it's not about either or. It's about balance. About balance.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ayub. I really appreciate it. I know a lot of parents out there really appreciate these important tips that you've given us tonight.
Thank you very much, Erica. I appreciate it.
Thank you.